Hello, my dear Capricorn. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between December 16 to December 31st, 2016, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So, December 21, we will have the midwinter solstice. This is the darkest night, longest night of the year in the northern hemisphere. Since the South Pole will be tilted towards the sun, which have reached its southernmost position in the sky, and will be over the Tropic of Capricorn, actually. So, December 21 to 22, we will also have the Ursids meteor shower. And December 29, we will have the new moon in daytime, kind of marking the new year. So, I call the divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Capricorn. I want my dear Capricorn to have love in their life, to find themselves in a loving relationship, and also be able to have creative success and find themselves walking on their highest path towards their highest destiny. So, okay, Capricorn, see what's going on with you. I will just tune in a little bit. So, this is your future, this is your now, and this is the past. The now is probably the time, last half of December 2016, but whenever you watch this, it's probably exact the right time to see it. So, the first card for you, Capricorn, is 10 of Cups. It's the same beautiful card that Virgo had, so it's something with you Earth people being very happy here. So 10 of Cups is a beautiful card about that you have kind of reached your dreams, or some station of on your dreams, like being able to enjoy the now a little bit and rejoice and kind of be with family and having this gathering and this kind of beautiful, this love is going through dimensions, so it's going through, it's not only for people that's on earth, it might be love that you feel also for people that have left us. It's children here, it's joyful activities, it's creativity, togetherness, and love. So it's a very beautiful, harmonious state. The next card is 3 of Swords. So 3 of Swords is kind of the opposite, it's heartache, and that's usually what happens when you open up to love. You find your traumas, you find your wounds. So first love and then work with the wounds. And this is an old wound. 3 of Swords is really, it's often a trauma that has been repetitive in your life, and it's not bleeding. So it's just something, it's kind of how, it's a little bit how the brain is working with human beings. We want to be cautious of the things that have hurt us in the past. So we try to be logic. So this is logic over heart, trying to see the future through past experience, and sometimes that is not the best way. It's good to use your experience to avoid troubles, to avoid heartache, but it's also kind of, this anticipation is drawing energy towards it. So if you are fearful about what's going to happen when you fall in love, or when you find yourself in a happy situation, you will start feeling fear in that happy situation instead, and that's when the situation going south. It's the pulse, like happy, not happy, happy, not happy. It's the way of life, of course, it's like this, but if you are fearful and think that the past will repeat itself in your future, it probably will. So fear is not the answer. Bravery is the answer. Following your heart is the answer. Also following your heart when it tells you that people are not being nice towards you and you are sad. You tell them, you make me sad. So really following your heart, not just following your heart and being like a victim to other people's goodwill. It's not that. It's following your heart when it tells you that you love someone, or they tell you that you're hurt someone and you have been hurt by someone. So you follow your heart, whatever it says. You listen to it. You take it into consideration. You use your logic as well. Both need to be here, but not in this way that the logic is kind of hurting the heart, because that's going to make a very gloomy future when you do this, when you make violence on your own soul. So next card for you is the Queen of Pentacles. So that's of course you, and this is a person very grounded and loyal and loving and passionate, and she's also very experienced. She's book smart. She kind of collect things. She's a bit of conservative, so she knows things from the past. So this again can make you repeat your future, of course, with the same thing that happened in the past. So don't be so stubborn, or have this pride that, oh, I know you, I know what you did, I know what you will do, because this is going to make you fearful and kind of distance yourself from other people, especially from people that you love, because they have the most power to hurt you, of course. The next card for you is Knight of Cups. So this is kind of an advice to instead reach out to love. It might be that you have gotten an offer of love, or it might have been like a hurtful situation, and afterwards you have said you're sorry. Someone has come to you and said that they are sorry, or you reaching out and saying you are sorry, because you don't need to be proud in this situation. Love, it's not a game that you will win because you're proud. Maybe you will win other things, boundaries. If you want to set boundaries, you don't like a person's behavior, you might need to be a little bit proud to be able to put that boundary, and it's more about self-control, really. But this is not being proud. This is showing vulnerability, showing your true emotions, following love, following the holy grail, like what you really long for, what you really want, and being able to hope, being brave enough to be able to have a little bit of hope for the future. So this is a very beautiful card about a wish being granted, or someone coming to you saying exactly the thing that you needed to hear, or you saying this thing to someone else. So it looks like it's a lot about passion and love and loyalty and past hurt here. And the next card is the Hermit card. So the Hermit card always calls for some kind of self-evaluation. You need to look at yourself and realize certain thing about yourself, and the thing, it's kind of staying centered with you, looking at the landscape around you in your life that you have created, and evaluate it. Like, where am I? To what point have I reached? What kind of situation is repeating itself in my life? How can I do things differently? What do I want to change? Do I have the right kind of people in my life that I want to have there? Am I longing for something else? This is a kind of desolated landscape that's presenting itself on this picture. It's cold and it's lonely, and it's on high altitude, also indicating isolation, but also closeness to the divine. And he's standing here at the abyss, and he's trying to find the way forward. He does know that maybe the abyss isn't the best way to go, but he's looking at the view, trying to find a way forward here. So this is looking on the situation, just looking, staying and looking. It might need a bit of solitude to actually reevaluate this situation and find out where you want to go from here. So it's a bit of, you need maybe a time out, a little bit, distance yourself from people, trying to find out what you want. And here is a Two of Wands, and this is in the now. So this is a decision that needs to be made. And there's no dog there anymore. It's a cat. And cat is more about self-sufficientness and following your own bliss and going against the stream a little bit. So this decision needs to be built upon what you want. And since it comes underneath the Ten of Cups, it sometimes can be like a breakdown with a relationship where you're being a bit stubborn here, not talking to each other, turning your back against each other and being like my way or the highway. And as I said, sometimes this is needed. If you have values in your life and you have like, you won't know how you want to be treated. If someone is treating you badly, you need to put the line, and you need to be like strong enough and have self-control enough to follow that boundary. So it's not like a bungee jump rope. It's more like it needs to be a firm boundary. If you had said something to someone, you can't change your mind later on. You need to be firm with this. This is the best way to create a better future, to actually stand by your words. Your words are very crucial when it comes to attracting the things that you want in your life. So if you say one thing and do another thing, that's not a good thing for you. So this is sometimes you need self-control, and you need to put boundaries because you don't like the behavior of other people if they are hurting you like this. So that might be why you might have got, like, there might have been a little crash here with the relationship, and the other person is coming back saying they're sorry, but it seems like you need a little time to think this through. Do I want to sacrifice myself again? Do I trust this person? What I've seen with this person in the past, are they able to change, or is there have they been the same way all the time? If they haven't been able to show some improvement or change, they might be good to let them go, because if a person has proven themselves again and again not being able to change, that's not a very adaptive person, and they will probably do the same thing against you again and again and again and again. So self-control seems to be in order here, and seeing oneself. You can't just jump and hope for the best here. You need to see things clearly, as they are, seeing the truth, where the abysses are, where you can fall. Underneath the Three of Swords, we have the Lover's card, and that's a beautiful card. It has come a bit here during the fall, but it's not very common, it seems. So it's come very special situation where there's a relationship that wants to teach you something. It's a love that's kind of granted by heaven. It's almost like it's decided before you came down here. So those relationship is going to be a challenge for you, and they are not there to make you like profoundly happy. They are there to make you grow as a person, making new experience, learning new things, learning to adapt, learning to expand, learning to change your mind when a person has persuaded you. If you, for example, doesn't like potatoes and your partner love potatoes, in the end of the relationship you might also love potatoes, or they have learned to hate it. And this is kind of an expansion when you have been able to see things from another person's point of view, even if it's potatoes or life goals or how you treat each other in a relationship or whatever. It's an expansion. So you're not in it to rejoice and be like just happy. You are there to learn, and the more eager you are to learn, the more happy you will be able to be. So it's going like hand in hand, this willingness. And if both parties are willing to learn and to work in a relationship to actually grow as persons, there's no ending to this relationship. It can go on as long as you both may live, because there's a willingness for both of you to work on this. But if it's only one person that works and the other one is kind of sacrificing a lot, then there's need to be like this, what I said with self-control. Because if one person is doing all the work and the other one doesn't, that's only one person changing, and the other one doesn't learn crap. So that's not a nice thing to do if you are the person that always letting the other person off the hook and letting them do whatever. That's not going to help this relationship. It's not going to make it grow. It's not going to make that person grow. It's not a nice thing to do. You need to have boundaries. You need to express yourself in the relationship. Don't hide. Show them who you really are. And if they don't love you for the person that you are, either you are kind of not able to see the other person, so you're doing things that hurt them, or they are not the person for you. So you need to do this self-realization and see things from another perspective. So the next card that comes is Two of Cups again, and it's emphasizing this, the Lover's card. This is on like how it was supposed to be, and this is how it is. So it seems like it's two, so it's duality. It's about two persons or a decision that need to be made. So it seems like the love will last this. It will overcome this difficulty, it seems. This is binding your bonds together, and you know, they are sharing. They have flowers. Both of them have flowers in their hair. So both of them are willing to do this sacrifice for one another, showing that, yes, I have the mark of love on me. I want to do this. I want to be with you. I want to work this out with you. So that's when there's a green light. That's when it's a go for it. And you have the green also here. And he has a Ace of Swords. So it seems like the Knight of Cups here has come to some kind of realization, seen things from above, made a judgment call, being able to see themselves. It's again with this self-realization, seeing things from above, from a higher perspective. So it seems like both of you might have been able to do this, or maybe it's more for them that they were able to see something that they have been overlooking before. Maybe because you put out a boundary, maybe because you said what you wanted, and that's much easier to follow. Like if someone have said exactly what they want, that's easier to give to them. Then they can't like guess what you want. You need to tell them, and you need to be brave enough to do this. So this is clear communication and seeing things from talking truthfully, like openly, exactly what you see. And of course you need to try to not hurt people, but you can be very, you can use this like, this is how I feel, and this is what I heard you say, and then listen to the feedback. You need to be a listener as well, if you are going to have this clear kind of communication. So it seems like a new start, like being able to see things like, you know, in a new way, like a flash of insight that has come here because of love. So that's exactly what we want to see, but it's not the solution. Ace of Swords is just the beginning. You have seen the problem, maybe being able to identify the issue. So that's number one. This is like a quest, blood, sweat, and tear, and victory at last. But it's just the shot, like when you start to run. It's not the solution. It's just like an aha moment where you might both see the same thing and realize what's needed to be done. So, and the next card is conflict, Five of Wands, and that's the beauty of it. You need to learn how to have great conflicts in a relationship without a kind of using survival skills like aggression, silent treatment, things like that, running away. That's not going to solve any conflicts, to be to do that kind of thing. It's what I said before, like you tell people exactly the truth of what you feel. Like, I love you. Do you love me back? And the other person says no. And you say, okay, do I understand you correctly? You don't love me? No, I more feel you like a friend. And then you need to say, okay, so you want us to be friend, and you feel how that feels within you, and say, no, I can't be friend with you. And then you decide what to do. Or maybe it will be more hopeful, like, this is how I felt when you said like that. And the other person says, well, I didn't mean it, like it came out, like you heard it. I meant it like this. This was how I saw it. And you might be able to see it then in the way that they saw it. And you might be able to trust it as well, because that's very crucial, that you don't think that the person is lying when they say that thing. It needs to feel like truth also within you. If it doesn't feel like truth within you, that can either be your old wound talking, saying don't trust anyone, or it can actually be that you don't trust this person. Then you need to say it. I don't trust that you are sincere. How can you prove to me that you are sincere? And they might say, well, I can show you with my actions. So from now on, this will be how I will act. And then you can feel like, yeah, that felt good. Okay, I'm agreeing with you. This is great. We do this. Hit it. So, and it can also be like you are suddenly seeing the other person's point of view, and you say, well, I understand you totally. So I will change my way. I will change the way I communicate with you, so you won't react like this, and we won't have another quarrel about this. It will be nice. We try it out. So, and that's like aligning in the same direction. This is going in many different directions first. But if you can talk it through, you will be able to align in one direction. That will be such a relief. And it's like building instead of breaking. So try it out if you have the possibility. It might be hard sometimes to learn other people the skill of communication, but you can be a good example. So, and here's the future. And here we have a King of Cups, very beautifully. Coming again back, it's the 10 of Cups, this fulfillment, this beautiful love. And here it comes again after a time of silence, maybe. The King of Cups is a person being in love. It can be a new person again. But this is more grown up. This night, he might have come, like, wanted to say I'm sorry and just continue in the same old way. But this is a king. So he has understanding a thing or two. So he come back to you with a sincere offering. He's willing now, for real. He sees that there's things need to be done. And he's willing to sacrifice and do this because the love that he feels for you, or the warmth, or the thing that he wants to create with you. Sometimes this could be a work-related situation as well. Working with co-workers. This is a co-worker actually coming and then saying, well, okay, I see you, I hear you, you have done a great job, and this is what I want to grant you for it. So it's kind of like being given something beautiful, and it's something that's given with love. So it's very good thing. The next card is Five of Swords, and it comes underneath the Lovers and the Three of Swords. So this doesn't mean the work is over. It just means, again, that the work has begun. Five of Swords is a person feeling like they are humiliated. So for the king to come and say, like, I'm sorry, it might be very humiliating. I'm thinking of the song Mercy. It's something that goes on the radio here in Sweden right now. Mercy, I don't know who's doing it, so sorry. But it's like a person saying, have mercy on me. The pride is the only thing I got. So know that this is painful also for the other person. So don't use and abuse them when they are coming back and saying they're sorry. Be a little delicate. Take a little bit of care here. But the Five of Swords also indicate that they might make you feel humiliated again, or it might be like the fives that's come here. It's kind of things being out of harmony, things that need to be worked through. Maybe a person with Five of Swords is kind of a person being really negative and saying negative things about you, kind of putting you down, making you feel humiliated. So that's, of course, sometimes what you can feel when you come and tell someone, like, I still want you, I want to work on this. You can feel very exposed, and like you are in a position where they actually can humiliate you. So this is a scary thing for many people, to put themselves out there and do this thing. And so sometimes this can show itself in aggression. So this person might come and say they're sorry, and then withdraw or say something stupid or act stupid. And this is, of course, them talking from their fear. And then you need to call them and say that, oh, you came here and you said you're sorry, and now you're doing this. What's that's all about? Like, this is making me feel like this. So communication. It's very important. And here we have a Five of Cups also. So maybe this king will come and you won't let them in because they have done too much things here with all this quarrel, and you might have seen something with them that you didn't like. You might have seen that, no, this is not good. It's not harmonious. They are coming here, they are granting me this, and I know it will be the same thing over and over again. So this is where you need to make the decision. Are you going to trust this time, or are you going to remember the past? Because this is kind of another chance, and it might be another chance of a new hell. Okay? They will do exactly the same thing that they did before and that you really hated, and you will be exactly as sad as you were before, and you will hate yourself for giving them a second chance. or it might be a second chance that's actually sincere because it's a king. So it might be like they are really wants to try this time, but it's not going to be easy. There's a bridge there anyway, and it comes from you, it seems, from the Capricorn person, this stability. So it seems like you might have a person in your surrounding that's not really mature, and they are not really knowing how to communicate, or they are not very skilled with love. So you might need to teach them. You might need to tell them a lot, and having patience that they will learn with time. Or if you are more in a hurry, maybe you need to find someone that's more mature to start with, someone that has a more maturity. But that's what I see with the king here. Even though he's surrounded with this stubbornness and this not wanting to be humiliated thingy, it's love between you two here. You see, it's kind of written in heaven. So and here you have a Ace of Pentacles, so that's the doorway to paradise, and it's of course protected by this sword. We remember the story, how the human beings were cast out of paradise, and two swords were kind of blocking the entrance with the angels standing there. So it seems like you are being granted an opportunity to re-enter your personal paradise. But it's not going to come easy, and it's not going to come without sacrifice, and it's not going to come with people sitting on their high horses, being proud, or not wanting to give second chances, or not wanting to try again, or not wanting to work on it. Then it's no use. Then you can start over and find your paradise with someone else. But this is maturity. It's the card for maturity, things that can mature, things that has a potential. So talk truthfully. It's kind of, you need to call it as you see it. A lot of communication. If you tell a person what you like with them and what you don't like, they will probably start doing the things you like, and eventually stop doing the things you don't like. So it's an ongoing work, this. You need to say again and again and again and again and again, and eventually they will mature. So it seems very hopeful, but here comes an Eight of Swords, and I think this is coming from you, my dear Capricorn. It's something with you, your pride. You don't want to get hurt over and over again, and you have learned your lesson, and you know your thing here. You feel like a victim here, and you're not a victim. It's not like that. It's a prison that you have made for yourself, like where you don't want to take responsibility. And in this situation, you need to take responsibility. You need to decide if you want to give a second chance or not. And this is kind of not, it's very undecisive. It's kind of, I will give them a chance, but I will hate them. So that's not really a chance. That's being resentful, and, you know, that's not going to lead to anything good. So either you forgive them and you give them a second chance, or you're not. You need to decide. You can't like do halfsies here and, oh, I'm a victim, they have hurt me, I'm right and they are wrong, and I will tell them over and over again every day that they are wrong. This is not going to be helpful at all. So you need to mature as well, it seems, and be able to see yourself. This is what I saw with self-realization with the Hermit here. This is seeing, being able to see the attention here. He puts the attention, and being able to see the things that he puts attention to. This one is blindfolded. They have kind of, they are playing pretend, like, oh, I'm in prison, I'm a victim, this is the circumstances that made my life, it's hopeless. So that's not a good point of creation. So you need to see yourself truthfully, and be adult you as well, like mature, and decide to not be a victim. If you say that this person, male or female, this is a queen, so I say she, and I say he with the king, but it might be like the other way around. It's different for different people. So, you know, when I describe this person, you'll know who it is. Someone that's like stable within love, but also very proud, and so yeah, it's a person of your own making. You're pretending to be a victim. You can take off this blindfold and decide to, well, I forgive you, and we try again, or I won't forgive you. I won't ever be able to forgive you. So we don't do another try. You need to be adult and decide. You can't like put the blame on the other person. It's your mission, this, not it's you that are supposed to express yourself in a way that another person can understand and kind of adjust to and start to align themselves with you. But if you are going to make them like the villain and you're the victim, that's not going to help. Okay. So Eight of Swords is sometimes you need to let things take a little bit time. Like they won't learn things like in a month. Give them a few months at least. Okay, so wisdom of the hidden realms for my dear Capricorn. Oh, it's the ringmaster, scrutiny, and the chess queen. So you're a planner, yes, and you see things like in details and are a bit judgmental. And if things are not going according to your plans, you will be resentful like this. So this is a good skill to be able to see this and plan this, but things might not always go accordingly to your plan. So I think you need to give like a little more love and understanding in this situation. Don't be so judgmental. Don't pick on every little thing that's not like exactly what you want. Discernment, clear vision, details, trust, strategizing. So have more long-term goal, like I want this person to be able to express what they feel towards me like in a very good way in a month's time, and I will tell them how I want to be treated. And you give them this chance, and you are not resentful, and you're not judgmental, and you let them do small mistakes on the way and say, well, I would rather have loved to have it more like this. So you let them know also what you want. And sometimes this is like seeing if things are like, is this really this person I want? Are they at all fitting into my plan? And if they not, don't take huffy decisions like, yes, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, either or. Like decide if you want them or not. Are they fitting your long-term goal or not? So you need to be clear both with yourself, what you are doing, and with what the other person are doing, and if it's aligned with your goals, and what you can give and what you can give. Decide, like, think a little bit about those kinds of things instead of, oh, what did she do? What did he do? Oh, he said like that. Try to think about what you want instead. Oh, yes, of course. So you feel not supported. You feel victimized, like it's always you ending up in these wars and battles. The orphan is a person not feeling supported by the surrounding, and this might be the original hurt that you have encountered. Someone betrayed you maybe, and left you like to take care of yourself. So you might never have really grown up because of this, and you feel really like this little person still, an orphan person, and you're waiting for mommy and daddy to come back and take care of you. And so this is a little bit with the Eight of Swords, like waiting, being a victim, waiting for the right kind of circumstances. And this is not going to happen. I'm sorry. We are not here for this. We are here to start loving ourselves and aligning ourselves and being adult persons. So what you need to do is to take this little orphan person within you and say, okay, I will take care of you. Tell me what you want and I will fix it. And they might say, I want a loving, trusting relationship where I can feel safe. And then you say, okay, this is what we are going to fix. We make a strategy. And here on after, I will scrutinize all my my partners, and I will decide if they are what you want or not. And I will protect you. I don't going to leave you with a villain that's not taking care of you. So you're going to be very decisive. So then you need to follow this up and be this person and be this adult taking care of your inner child. And this is going to give you an amazing future, because finally you're going to build something that you want and that you have taken, like, it's like being like this quest. You decide what you want and then you go for it. So, and here's the wars and battles, and it's the Five of Wands. So this is you feeling unsupported, that people are always like going against you and not with you. and this might also make you feel like very weak and victimized. So choose other people to be with then. Don't be with those people. When you notice that they just want to quarrel with you or whatever, you say, well, this is not what I want. So in the beginning, you can't judge people like instantly, but see them for what they are doing and call their bluff, like, okay, you are always starting these quarrels with me, and so I will go home, and you can call me when you feel like talking about it, like in an adult kind of way, and I will come and we will discuss this. But as long as you are like this, I don't want to talk with you, but I long for your call. So this is a way to align yourself with other people and make them align with you. And if the person never calls, then you go out and find some other support for your inner child, because it seems like you want it. Love is very central here. So you want this. This is your mission, to fix this for your inner child. Finally finding someone that can actually love you. Finding someone to team up with, having a partner, that's great. Yes, that's what you want. So this is your responsibility, okay? And no one's going to save you. You need to save yourself with the sword, truth, communication, seeing things as they really are, calling the bluff, seeing through illusions, seeing through your pink glasses, and seeing the truth instead of the pink thing. Yeah, so take care of her. It's a good deed, okay? So thank you for watching, and I hope it helped you a little bit. And next time we'll meet, it will be a new year, 2017. So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and take really good care about yourself. Okay, bye-bye.